Hello everyone. Welcome back to another video. I would say long time no see, but technically it hasn't even been that long. But yeah, welcome to, I guess we can just call it a live stream that isn't a live stream, because I plan on recording a bit of a long video today because I'm just really in the mood to work on a save file to no one's surprise, because if you've watched the channel for a good while, then you'll know that I do a lot of building and a lot of save files. So that's what we're doing here. And I don't know, I feel like when it comes to this video, maybe it's a bit different, because when I started to hit record on this, I was like, I think I'm just going to be playing the game, which honestly that's what I'm usually doing when I'm recording. But I don't think that's true, if it makes sense, because when you sit down and you record specifically for like YouTube, or even if you're live streaming, you're very much aware that whatever you're recording right now is meant for an audience. So that's kind of at the back of your mind, even if you're just like, oh, I'm just going to do some building, or I'm just going to play. But for this specific video, I don't know, I feel like it's going to be very chill, because I've started to feel better. I'm in a better headspace now. I'm feeling good. And yeah, I just want to continue working on the save file I've been doing. And I want to make the record clear, okay? Put everything straight. This will probably be my third and final save file, okay? I gotta cut it off somewhere, because we already have Scuff New York. That's almost done. We're working on Doodoo, which is like the OG. And then we have the save file, which is probably your first time seeing it, because I think I started on this maybe a week or two ago. And I'll talk a little bit more about that later. But yeah, this has to be my final save file. Because recently I've been looking at like old screenshots, and I've been watching like some really cool people on YouTube. One channel specifically. Let me go ahead and look up their name, because I had no idea how to pronounce it. But I want to like shout them out, because I think everyone should watch that channel, because they're currently playing the Star Legacy. And it's been very entertaining. Like, I love their whole aesthetic, love their whole vibe, I love how they play the game. And then with Ocean Sims, she released a video a while ago about her Lovesick series and kind of revisiting those Sims. And so all that to say is I've been really inspired to do some actual gameplay. And yeah, I have an idea for a little, I don't know. I don't want to say a let's play, because again, I feel like that's putting a bit of constraint on me, as in like, oh, I'm making this for YouTube, so let me do all this fancy stuff. In reality, I have a storyline and I just want to play it. But I guess the appropriate term is a let's play. But anyway, the channel I was talking about is Virsante, maybe VIRSANCTE. Maybe I'll include them in the bio. I'm not going to put the name on screen, because honestly, I don't want to edit this video. I don't want to edit this video. That's why we're not going to be doing too much building. Maybe I'll change my mind and we'll do some building. But yeah, I don't feel like adding stuff in. I'm literally just going to upload this video and call it a day. We're not doing any editing or any more than we need to. Okay, but yeah, let me give you a little look at what we're working on right now. The area we're in New Crest. There is no empty winged llama stuff going on. It's just New Crest in the flesh. I've just added like some buildings and stuff. So in that one little area, you probably know which area I'm talking about if you play New Crest a lot. But yeah, this is a little portion of the neighborhood. The idea is kind of not ran down, but a bit on the grungier side compared to some of the buildings that I've done in Willow Creek. I don't know if we'll actually get over there, because to be honest, this might be the only video I film for the save file, because it's actually almost done, which is kind of insane, because I've only been working on this for, in total, maybe like a week, but over the span of maybe like 2 weeks or so. So yeah, right now we are working on I'm thinking it's going to be a video store. I tried my hardest to find some video store CC to make it like Blockbuster. I found a few good items, but yeah, not as many as I wanted to. But the bottom is the video store. Top is the tattoo parlor. It was going to be a tattoo parlor. And yeah, also I made some changes to my reshade. Because again, that channel I mentioned earlier, Versante maybe? Also Cats and Mugs, but I think their actual name or like tag when you click on their video is Autumn. I just liked how their game looked, and it reminded me of like a comic kind of outline, so I still have my original reshade. I just added like the comic shader to it, and I think it looks pretty cool. I gotta do some adjusting though, because it does not complement like Black Sims as well as I would like, so I gotta fix that. Okay, so let's see. The door to the video store, we can just use that regular boring community door. I think that's fine. Also, before we get further into the video, again, hello everyone. Hope you're having a good day, evening, morning. Thank you for clicking on the video. Maybe you're also playing Sims. In that case, I hope you're having a fun time. Make sure you save your game, all that good stuff. Okay, yeah, we'll use that door. And I'm currently thinking we'll have like all the DVD and stuff, or actually, maybe the counter over here. And yeah, we just have the DVD stuff over here. I might move this back some, cause I really want there to be like a back room where they have like movie screenings, cause we have, where is it? Like the little tarp for the projector, something like this. I don't know why we would have that in like the movie store. I guess maybe they show like a lot of like art house indie type of films that you can't see at the movie theater. So you come here to see it. Maybe there's like a little club and they rented out the space. I don't know yet. I'm still trying to figure out the story for this whole save, because like I said, I do plan on doing like actual playing in this save. Like I have a whole storyline thought of for the most part when it comes to the main Sims I'm playing, but as for the rest of the world, I'm still trying to figure out all that other stuff. I really want wood paneling, but I don't know which one. Ooh, this is kind of nice. We're gonna go for a retro vibe. But the question is, how retro, you know? That doesn't look bad. I like how small the slats are on this. But I wish we had it in a darker shade, because I'm just a sucker for dark wood. Especially since we're in like a movie store. I don't know. I don't really know. Or I guess we can do, no, let's not do that. We do have these, but these look too new. Okay, fine. We'll just go with this. And I can carry on back here. Oi, 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 oi. Okay, first things first, let me get out the shelves and start placing some stuff down. Wow, I really love this reshade. Okay, shelves. I'm trying to channel back to my time spent in Blockbuster, because when I was younger, I don't know if you guys know what Blockbuster is, especially if you're like young, or I don't even know if it was a thing outside of the US. But yeah, Blockbuster is basically like a video store where you just go and rent movies and stuff, and even video games. And I mention this a lot, but my family, we didn't really have money back then, so that was like the highlight of my week. Whenever my mom would take me to Blockbuster on Friday when she got off of work, and I would get to rent like a video game or two. It was mostly video games, because I loved playing video games. I loved playing games in general, playing with toys, all that stuff. Wasn't really a movie fan back then, which is funny now because I went to school for that. But yeah, that's where I started to fall in love like Sims and all those games because I had my little PS2. And yeah, I would just rent my little games from Blockbuster. Also, I don't know if we have the right shelves that I'm looking for. Because the Blockbuster shelves, they're kind of low. So maybe, okay, this is what we might do. We might go with a half wall. I think that works. And we won't do too many shelves because I don't like my game to run heavy, or I don't like to get the feeling that my game is going to run heavy when I play in this, if that makes sense. Because I know, okay, I feel like I have a pretty solid computer for the most part, or gaming laptop, but at the same time, I do worry about like if I'm putting too much strain on the computer. So we're not going to overdo it. And plus, that's just my style anyway. Like, sometimes I do like to go kind of crazy with the clutter. But that's mostly, like, in the household I'm playing with, not in community lots. I do just enough to give it, you know, some personality. And that's it. Nothing more than that. Yeah, I think this is enough height for the shelves. And I'll probably raise the wall a bit. Because I think I'll raise the half walls and then we can put like an actual like shelf, not this whole shelving unit like we have right now. Move this back some. But yeah, Blockbuster was a spot back then. Like, I love Blockbuster so much. And it's just, I don't know. I understand, like, as a society and stuff, like, as we grow, technology and all that stuff also grows with us. But I do miss, like, the simpler times. Having to actually go to the store and buy stuff versus just ordering it online or through a streaming platform. Having to wait until stuff is released on DVD. Actually having to go to the movies to see stuff, because it's very easy to pirate stuff. But I still go to the movies, okay, just for the record. I'm just saying it is very easy to not go to the movies, but back then, yeah, that was kind of like a whole event. Or same with like video games, you know, showing up to the video game stores the night of the release and waiting in line and stuff like that. It's just something very charming. Like, yeah, current methods are very convenient, but at the same time, it's just, I don't know. I've been getting a lot, like, lost in thought lately because I feel like whenever you have, like, depression and stuff like that, after you go through that period of, like, ugh, everything kind of sucks and I'm just tired and I don't want to deal with anything, I'm very sad, all those negative thoughts, you kind of have a post-depression clarity, you know what I'm saying? And all those negative thoughts you had before, like once they fall away, everything that was kind of pushed in the back of your mind just is thrust forward. So you have to, I don't know, you have all these thoughts to deal with, and that's kind of one of the thoughts that's been on my mind lately. It's just how I miss how simple things used to be. If that makes sense. Hopefully it does. Honestly, this video might just be a lot of rambling, which usually it is, but I feel like more so than usual. Think of this like a podcast where I'm just literally yapping, as those YouTube titles would say. like that. It was kind of weird how that was a trend. Watch me yap about this for 30 minutes. That's another thing I don't know. Switching topics, because like I said, we're kind of all over the place this video. I've also been thinking about my channel because, I don't know. I still, even though I've been streaming for a while, apparently, or not streaming, just like making content for a while, apparently it's my channel's first birthday or like first year. I don't know. Yeah. And I don't know, I'm still trying to figure it out. Still trying to figure out like what I want or like what my intentions are. Because part of me is like, I don't know. This is something that I'm doing for fun. And I am trying to find that balance of, you know, hey, doing what I want, but also recognizing that there's a lot of people watching this content. So even if I'm just like streaming for fun, I should try to, or making videos for fun, I should try my best to at least improve the content, right? Because even if my goal is not for like monetary gain or to become a simfluencer or whatever, because like I said before, I really don't have any intention of that happening. To be honest, I feel like I have like a self-imposed kill switch for this channel. I'm not gonna say what it is, but you know, right now it's just, we're just vibing, we're just having fun. But anyway, yeah, I'm still trying to figure out what I want out of this channel and how I should go about approaching it. Because in the past, like sometimes I do find myself falling into that, oh, I'm a creator now, I'm a YouTuber. And even though I am on YouTube making content, I don't want that to be my title or what I'm associated with when it comes to what I'm doing on the platform. You know what I mean? I just want it to remain something that's fun, something that I can use to connect with people and talk about my interests, because that's the whole reason, not even just YouTube, but the whole reason I started like a Tumblr and why I became more active on Reddit. Because in my life, like my family and stuff, they know I play Sims. They even know I make videos. They don't know what the name of the channel is because I'm not telling them that, because I don't want them to hear what I'm talking about. But yeah, they know that I play this game. They like know how much I enjoy it and all that stuff, but they know enough to, or they care enough, I guess, to listen or realize how much I enjoy this game, but it's not to the point where like we're actively talking about like what I'm up to and like me showing them all my builds and stuff and telling them about my sim stories and all that jazz. So that's the whole point why I started this channel, because I wanted to be able to talk to people, and that's been the case so far. I've met a lot of cool people. I'm still meeting cool people. Sorry I haven't been talking that much, like responding to comments yet. By the time this video is posted though, hopefully I will have responded. Like I said, I was depressed, guys. I don't want to talk to anybody, or not talk to anybody, but I don't know. I just prefer not to be online, if that makes sense, even though I am chronically online, but hopefully you know what I mean, like actively online. Anyway, yeah, throughout this whole thing, I've met a lot of cool people. It's been really cool to like share ideas and like just hang out or connect with people who have similar interests to me, and those interests being Sims, and also sometimes crossing over too. But yeah, I don't know. It's just, I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out my best approach when it comes to making more content in the future. I guess ideally, when it comes to making content, I just want to keep it free, you know? I want to keep it lighthearted. I don't want to feel pressured, like, oh, okay, like I have to put out a certain amount of videos every week, or people want to see this content, because it is easy to kind of, once you hit the algorithm once, or like you crack the code and you start to get a little spurt, because that's what happened to me a few times, like how we're currently reaching, I don't know, was it 3,000 subscribers? Because I was lucky enough to crack the code a few times and have some people share my content. But yeah, once you do that, it's kind of easy to see what videos draw people in. And I could focus in on that. Like I could, make certain content or change up the way I do thumbnails and titles and blah, 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 blah to get even more viewers. But yeah, I don't want to fall in that trap, I'm all for improving the content, but I don't want to, focus on things that I'm not always interested in, or I don't like, I don't know. Hopefully you know what I'm saying. So yeah, I'm kind of falling back into, I'm just doing what I want when it comes to this channel. But with that being said, I still plan on trying to stick to a streaming schedule. But as for videos I release on the channel, it's just kind of whatever, Also, I'm trying to find a counter. I think we'll go with this one. But for those of you out here making content, because there's a lot of you, honestly, I feel like there's always a comment, or I'm coming across new channels every day when it comes to this community. And I'm curious if people feel the same way. Because I was watching someone's video the other day, and I don't know, they're kind of talking about their goals and what they want out of their channel. And I was like, I understand. People have different goals. But yeah, for me, I don't really look into this to turn to something big. It's just something fun for now, and I hope it stays that way. Okay, but don't get me wrong, if I can, if I do end up making a little change, currently I have the potential to monetize my channel, but I don't, because it's just my setup is too scuffed right now. But if I can make a little change, sure, that's all nice and dandy, but that's not the goal. But yeah, if you're currently making content, how do you feel about this? Especially if you're not even a big channel. Because that's one thing I was thinking about too. YouTube is very much a grind if you're looking to turn this into something bigger. And I thought about that too. I was like, if I never would have hit or got lucky, because it is a luck or a numbers game at the end of the day, luck of the draw. If I was to stay around 80 subscribers and not even that many, would I still be doing it? And I like to think I would, because like I said, it's just a fun way to share and get my ideas out there when it comes to The Sims. But I don't know. I guess it is a little bit hard to have that motivation to keep posting if you feel like people aren't listening. But I don't know, if you have even just 5 subscribers, that's a pretty good amount. Or if you only get 10 views, someone's listening. It might not be as many as some of the bigger creators, but at the end of the day, someone is listening. With some of my videos, I feel like some do better than others, but it doesn't really bother me that much, because at the end of the day, there's still a surprising amount of people that's clicking on the video. So yeah. I feel like that was kind of random, but I don't know. Maybe this was a smooth segue into how we start talking about YouTube, hopefully. But yeah, I think as far as what I do plan on doing on this channel, or what I have in mind, I kind of want to dip into, I don't know, just playing the game. Again, that sounds what do you mean? When people are recording for YouTube, when it comes to Sims content, everyone is playing the game. I mean just playing. Just getting in the game and not thinking, okay, I'm creating content for people. I need to keep it. No, I don't want to keep that in mind. I'm just playing the game. So I think I might start posting gameplay again. Like I said, I have an idea, but I don't know. That's my random tangent number 1, because I do have some other stuff I just want to blabber about, but Excuse me. This is the first one that popped up in my head. But now let me try to focus a bit, because like I said, this is going to be like the screening room back here. And I'm trying to find the curtains. Ooh, yeah, maybe we'll go with these. I can't remember if you can walk through these or not. I don't think you can. Oh yeah, because this is like a photo backdrop. We could use this. I gotta play test this. I'm pretty sure The Sims cannot walk through this, but it's fine. I'll fix it later if that's the case. Okay, but now let me focus up and try to find some decor stuff for our little movie store. Also, I can make it into like a little music store too. I don't know, we'll see. We'll see, we'll see, we'll see. We'll see, we'll see. Yeah, we'll put some of these vinyl records out. Possibly this too. I feel like I've been using this item an unhealthy amount of times, but it's whatever. Ooh, yeah, I like this too. This was one idea I had of making this. I don't know, maybe we can still do that, because this back room here, I was either going to make it like a screening room, or it's going to be maybe like a storage room with a Dungeon and Dragon setup. That's why I downloaded this set specifically. I don't know, maybe it can be both. Oh, we can get some little Funko Pops. Apparently, I don't know if this is true or not. I think I saw it on the internet, or maybe I actually saw it in person. But I feel like GameStop, yes, those are still a thing. I feel like they're mostly just Funko Pops and like plushies and stuff. It's kind of crazy because GameStop, well, I didn't really go to GameStop when I was younger. GameStop was like a special occasion. Like Blockbuster, that was every Friday night until it wasn't. But GameStop, that was something, or a place we only went to maybe for Christmas when I had Christmas money. And that was it. Until I got like older and I was in high school. I was able to have a job and like get my own stuff. But yeah, for the most part, GameStop was just like special treat. Oh, we can put pizza in the back. And also this. And maybe this. Take inventory with. And this. Okay, this I'm gonna be honest, this was the whole reason why I wanted to build like a little movie store or video store for like the cutout. There's another one too. Also, let's put this Funko Pop down. Pokey. So cute. Chocolate bars. Yes. We have to have a little snack section. Cup noodles. Yeah, we can definitely put that in there. And our little Groot as well. That's so adorable. This is like the best find ever. I don't know if anything will ever beat that. and Pringles. Ooh, and this. I love using this too. Okay, wait. I take back the former statement. That's a good find, but this is also like amazing as well. Maybe these as well. ATM. I feel like an ATM would make sense out here. I don't know where though. That reminds me, I want to try out that banking mod, because like I said, again, I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce their name. They're Eastern European, so I feel like I'm gonna butcher it, and I haven't heard them actually say it. But that channel I mentioned earlier that's doing the Star Legacy Challenge, like honestly, I'm just obsessed how they play their game. I feel like I play my game in a pretty realistic manner, but they go all out. Like they were like adopting a dog for their legacy. They actually had like a little shelter they could go to. They have to go grocery shopping. They actually go to a grocery store, or if they want to buy furniture, they have a furniture store. And I kind of want to be like that. This is my new era when it comes to playing The Sims. I'm switching over to more realistic gameplay, guys. Like goofy gameplay, I'm still all for it. Like I'm currently doing the Sims Busting Out Challenge, and that's the vibes I want. I want the goofy vibes. But yeah, for the Let's Play I'm gearing up for, that's going to be in the Safe Out, and also for Scuffed New York too, because hopefully, eventually, we're going to be able to play in that. I want to go for like a really realistic thing. Like if my sim needs to do something, they have to actually go somewhere. It's not just a rabbit hole, except for the movie theater, which is kind of a rabbit hole. But that's the exception. Okay, that's the exception. Everything else, ultra realistic. You want to go to the dentist? You got to go to the hospital. You want to buy a movie? You got to go to the DVD store. You want to buy some groceries? Got to go to the grocery store. There's no rabbit holes. Rabbit hole what? Not here. Not here at all. So yeah, that's kind of the timing I'm on. Okay, what else do we have to put out here? What is this? Oh, it's a lens. Oh, this, of course. Okay, this is another item that I use all the time. Like literally, I think almost every build, and this save specifically, has that little shelf, because it's just so good. It's so good. And this too. That's very cute. I didn't know we had that in the game. Oh yeah, we can do these as well. Okay. Let's go ahead and pull out some of these. Also, I do know that with like the comic feature on the reshade now, it's kind of a bit difficult to look at the catalog down here, but I don't mind it too much. Like right now it's okay. Is it annoying? Kind of, but it's not to the point where I just want to turn it off. But I do still have to do some configurating when it comes to this add-on I have for this reshade. Like I said, especially for Cass. Or just like Sims. When I'm playing with black Sims. Or not even just black, like I feel like dark-skinned Sims. So I gotta do some adjustment there. But hopefully it doesn't bother you too much. And if it does, I'm very sorry about that. Maybe we'll put a bong back here as well, because, Okay, I do have like some ideas for the rest of the townies and stuff in the save, even though I said I don't have many ideas. It's mostly just the main Sims, which I mentioned what I have in mind before, but that was a long time ago. And if you didn't watch the video, you wouldn't really know what I'm talking about. For the save, I'm planning on playing Cassandra Goth and her son. And the whole story is, I don't know if you know like Sims 2 lore, some of you probably do. But for Cassandra Goth, she was engaged to Don Lotharia. And Don, is honestly, he's, do I really need to explain? Maybe I do, but he's just not really the faithful type. So they're engaged, they got married, and it just wasn't a good relationship. Like, I don't know why they went through with it. She kind of knew who Don was. He was always cheating. Don knows he's not really ready for a commitment, but they got married anyway. They had a kid, and things kind of fell apart. Cassandra finally had enough. Or I don't know, maybe he was just like, you know what, I'm just going to go ahead and end it here, because he just couldn't handle the commitment to being a husband and a father. So he kind of dipped, and they divorced. And Cassandra, I don't know, she was probably very devastated, because I think she really did love him, and she wanted to be loved by him, especially seeing the kind of relationship that her mom and dad had, but that just wasn't in the cards for them. So she kind of threw herself into her work, focused on like that area of her life. And then also coming back to the Sims 2 lore, she had a bit of a relationship going on. I think his name is Darren. It's Dirk Dreamer's father. And my idea is, it was kind of that thing of, this was somebody you really cared about, or you had like a little romance with, but the timing just wasn't right. And so he comes back into her life, and they pick up where things, I guess, kind of was put on pause. They end up getting married, and yeah, unfortunately he passed away. Darren, that is, he passed away, and they didn't really have time to, I don't know, enjoy this new chapter of their life together. So that is what I plan on playing. Just Cassandra dealing with the grief, her son just dealing with teenager issues because he's a teenager now, and yeah, that's kind of what I have planned. And I'm very excited to play it because I feel like it'll be a very fun, I don't know, I feel like it'll be some very fun gameplay to get into. I'm trying not to overplan things though, because usually for like a save file, I'll just try to build everything myself, and like even outside of like the main townies, I'll just do everything. But I'm trying not to do that. I'm only doing what matters, if that makes sense, because I want to go ahead and jump into gameplay. So that's my mindset. And also just with gameplay in general, even though I do tend to overplan stuff when it comes to a save file, I feel like my actual gameplay, I don't put that much thought into it. And by thought, I mean I don't like sit down and write out like a whole storyline or like plot points and stuff like that. Scuff New York, a bit of a different story. I do plan on doing a bit of detail there, but in the save, not really. For this gameplay, not really. Oh, this would be cute, but I don't think it's needed. Maybe it's the one with, yeah, it's the one with no wheels. Or actually, that would be a cute touch. We can add that out here. There we go. And I think that might be it as far as clutter, which honestly, it's not as much as I was hoping, but maybe that's a good thing. I don't know. I don't know. But let's start moving some stuff around. I might have to mute because, as you guys know, I don't really have a good setup at the moment. I'm still very much playing right now with my mic in my left hand and the mouse in the other. So it's hard for me to like alt play stuff while I'm speaking. So yeah, I might have to mute for a minute. Before I do that, let me just kind of get an idea of what I want to do. We can possibly add more shelving over here, because I feel like right now these shelves in the middle, they're going to be dedicated to the movies. Maybe movies over here, but then we also have like the vinyls. So maybe it could be like its own section over here, or you put some shelving over here. But I also feel like maybe we should have a vending machine in here too. I don't know. Maybe I should have started with the tattoo parlor. Because I feel a bit directionless. Yeah, directionless, right? I don't know. Why did I say that word? I'm pretty sure it's the right word though. Ooh, this is kind of old-fashioned. What is this? Hot drinks. But I want them to serve more than hot drinks. Apples. That's such a crazy concept to me. Like, why would you buy apples from a vending machine? I respect trying to eat healthy, but I don't know. It's kind of wild. I feel like places that offer apples in a vending machine, there's definitely places you can go to right down the street where you can buy an apple, like from a market or something. So I don't really co-sign that. I don't agree with apples in vending machines or fruit in vending machines. Salads, I guess, but that's kind of pushing it. Okay, let me see if there's anything else I might want to add when it comes to this build. Also, I hope I'm recording. I'm a bit nervous that I'm not. Also, let me go ahead and add a little light in here so I can see a bit more. Because there are times where I like to decorate in like a dark setting, but also sometimes I do think better when there's a bit more lighting in here. So I'm gonna throw this light in for now. And then I think I'm gonna go ahead and mute for a bit so I can start placing stuff. So I'll be back. Okay, so I'm gonna be honest. I'm a bit lost. I'm a bit lost at the moment because I feel like it's not looking too bad, but I feel like I'm missing some stuff to really get it to where I want it to be. And maybe I need to try to find, I don't know, maybe it'll help if I had different shelving or if I found some more like CDs. I know these are like video games and stuff, like this is clearly Xbox or whatever, but I'm gonna pretend like some of these are actual DVDs, okay? We gotta use our imagination sometimes. But yeah, I don't know how I'm feeling about this right now at this current moment. Maybe it will help if I just take the light out of here. Also, I might need to actually look up a picture because I don't know. We'll see. And then also one thing, because earlier I mentioned something when it came to that bong, but I don't think I actually went into detail or like talked about what I was going to mention. So the idea I have for this video store is it's like just your regular like mom and pop type of shop, you know, one that's struggling with all the, I don't know, streaming devices and stuff we have access to now. People aren't really coming here like they used to, but it's still around, you know, they're still getting by somehow. And currently they're kind of understaffed at the moment, and one of the workers is, I don't know how you describe him. I guess kind of like a pothead, basically, because he has a bong at work. So I'm just gonna go with that. Think of that blonde guy from 16. I don't know if anyone has ever watched that cartoon. It's a pretty good cartoon. Like him, or like Kelso from that 70s show, or like Shaggy. Honestly, like those type of characters. That's who I picture who works here. He probably works here like 99% of the time because again they just don't have the money to really hire that many people. And yeah, it's kind of one of the ideas I had when it comes to the video store. And he has a younger brother who probably comes here and like hangs out sometimes with his friends because this save is kind of a small town, you know, there's not really too much for them to get up to. So they're usually coming here or like to the park or maybe just hanging out at like the bowling alley. But there's not too many places for them to just, you know, chill out and be teenagers. Especially because I feel like nowadays people complain about, oh, teenagers, they don't get out of the house, they're always online. But there's not really any spaces for them to do that. I'm talking specifically in America. I don't know how it is everywhere else, but yeah, like malls, there's a curfew and you can't like be at the mall if you're, I think, under 18. If you're under 18, you can't go to the mall by yourself. You actually have to go with parents. At least that's how it is in the mall that's near me. And yeah, if you walk somewhere by yourself, someone's probably gonna call the cops because they think, I don't know, your parents are just letting you do whatever. So yeah, it's kind of hard to actually go out and be social when most places don't allow for that to happen. Okay, I'm currently looking at some pictures. And yeah, the shelves, they just look a bit more full in these pictures that we have. But I don't have any. There was a CC set I saw when I was looking for stuff. That was for a manga store. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't download that. Just pretending like the mangas were, excuse me, pretend they were DVDs or something, because they had a really good shelf set in that. I don't know. Also, let me do, I think it's an attic window. Their record store CC I downloaded, maybe. Actually, I can just do this. Where is it? I hate when you eye drop something and it doesn't put you like where the item actually is. Attic window at dawn. Okay, yeah. That's not how you spell attic. Attic. Okay, there we are. Like these. These are some good shelves we can put down. Also, maybe these TVs. That could be kind of cool. What else do we have here? It seems a bit too fancy for this mom and pop store. I think we would just go with like a vintage radio. Not this one, maybe the other one. Also this. And then maybe what we'll do to compensate for, I don't know how short this is. Maybe I'll just sit this on top. Excuse me. Let me mute. Okay, never mind. I'm not gonna do that. I think what I'm gonna do is I might raise this up, and I think underneath, I keep saying I think because that's what I'm doing right now. I'm just thinking out loud. Underneath, I'm gonna put the same unit, but with the shelves. I mean, with the books on the shelves. When you're just doing a quick glance, you're not going to notice that those are books down there. But you'll know now because I just told you that. But if you didn't know, you'll probably just think, oh, those are just also CDs over here. And that'll kind of give me, I don't know what I'm looking for, to be honest. But whatever I'm looking for, I think this will solve it or fulfill that need. I might go in, I don't know, maybe I'll tool some stuff, some more CDs to give it that full kind of look. Oi, oi, oi. But I think that's what we need to do. I think that's the move. Yeah. Oops. Did I mean to do that? I'm so excited for tomorrow. I gotta make sure I go to bed at a reasonable time because tomorrow my grandmother and my mom and I are going out for breakfast. I'm very excited because I've been craving pancakes like crazy. And me and pancakes, honestly, it's kind of a complicated relationship. Because pancakes, don't get me wrong, that's like one of the best breakfast foods of all time. But also, I feel like whenever you order pancakes, there's never a right amount to order. Most places, if you order pancakes, they give you like a small stack of 3, right? Or if they're really big, you'll just get 2. But that's too much sometimes. It's like, they look good and delicious, and yeah, I'm all for it. Like, give me more pancakes. But then once you start eating them, I don't know, you just get too full too fast. And then you can't even, like, I think the most pancakes I eat when I order pancakes is maybe like a pancake and a half if I'm eating a 3-stack, or if it's 2 like really big pancakes, maybe just 1 pancake is all I can get through. But yeah, but maybe it's my own fault too, to be honest. Because I feel like when you order breakfast food, you can't just order pancakes by itself. Like, who does that? I can't do that. I gotta have like some bacon, some grits, maybe a little bit of fruit or sausage. I can't just eat pancakes by themselves. That's where I mess up, because then once I have all that stuff, I don't have any room to eat my pancakes. So anyway, all I have to say is I'm having pancakes tomorrow, and I haven't had pancakes in a while, so I'm very excited. Very excited for that. Okay, now let's focus up a little bit here. I think this is better. I think this is much better. As far as this side, maybe I'll do the same thing over here, but on this side, I think we keep it like this. And I will have this over here, maybe? I don't really know how I want to lay out this section of the build yet. Nothing's really clicking to me yet. It's not really clocking. Also hilarious. Poor Justin Bieber. But I don't know. Some people really, he's like me when I try to use slang. Like, if you ever wonder, or if you're watching this channel and you watched it for a while, if you ever wonder why I say as the kids say, is because I feel like whenever I try to use like slang, especially current slang, it just doesn't sound natural coming from me. And I know I'm probably screwing up the way I'm saying it. So I just say as the kids say, because I acknowledge that I am not a kid and this slang is probably not for me. So hopefully that makes it sound less awkward. And I think it's been pretty successful. Like, you know, it's kind of a little buffer. So if I use it the incorrect way, you're like, oh, she's kind of old. Which honestly I'm not, okay? Let's chill out for a minute. I know there's a joke of me being like Ankh status, but I'm not. I'm pretty young. Oh gosh, I don't know what I want to do here. First off, let me get that stereo I was talking about. This kind of looks groovy, I guess you could say. Yeah, I think we go with that. Maybe. I like the idea of that. I think you can try out some of the records. I'm just trying to think if I want to keep this in here, because again, I have no idea how I want to organize this section of the DVD store or the video store. Let's just keep goofing around. Like I said, guys, if my mindset was, okay, I'm recording this video for YouTube, maybe I would have tried to do a bit more planning and actually taken the time to look up like inspo pics and stuff, so I had a better idea what we're doing. Honestly, we're just flying by the loops of our belts. I think that's how the saying goes. We're just kind of doing whatever and hoping something sticks. Also, these TVs are much bigger than I thought they would be. That's fine. Hopefully they don't all come in here and just start watching TV, which knowing The Sims, they probably will, because they just love seeing me frustrated. And that would definitely make me frustrated. But yeah, I was thinking maybe something like this. I think that could be kind of cool. Ooh, yeah. Let's do this. And then maybe we tuck this, what do you call that? Bigfoot behind here? Oh, wait a minute. Reminds me of something I wanted to do because I'll probably forget. I don't know if I want to do it in here though. I was kind of thinking in the back room. We'll see right now though. There we are. I wanted to put this up on the wall. Like the whole Stranger Things alphabet thing. I was hoping it would be actual fairy lights or string lights over the letters, but it's just paint, which kind of sucks, but I can do my own thing. As Miles Morales would say. Because yeah, they have a swatch, I believe, without it. Or did they not? Okay, yeah, here we are. I could either do it on this wall, or we can do it in here. I kind of like the thought of it being out here on this wall, so I think we'll do it over here. And then we can add our own little fairy lights. Do we want actual lights, or do we want that little wall, those wall deco lights that aren't actually functional for some reason? I'm not mad at it, it's just kind of interesting that it's not actually functional. Ooh, and this sign. We can throw this somewhere. I'll find a way. But yeah, these. Okay, wait a minute. Possibly, but it does cover up the letters. And let me just say, I'm usually not one for like actual languages in my game, or not English. Like, I am fine if there's like, I don't know, like kanji or like, I don't know, something that's not like a Roman alphabet, because I don't know what it's saying. But yeah, I feel like this is kind of okay because I can play it off as, maybe that's part of the story too. Like the guy that works here, he's kind of into like conspiracy theories and stuff. And so they have like some alien language up here as decoration. Because I feel like in The Sims, English is a made-up language. Whoa, that's so cool. We definitely need to put this in here. This changes everything. Okay, wait, it's starting to make sense. I'm being so serious. Like, it's actually pulling everything together for me. Also, let's put this back here. Okay, but back to the task at hand. We need to figure out which fairy lights we can go with. I feel like these would be cool, but they don't have a multicolored option. These do, but I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. The flowers. I'm not really all for that. So yeah, we might have to go with the fake lights. Sigh, but it is what it is. Okay, let me go ahead and fix this. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. I wish we could get them smaller, because they kind of cover up the letters. But granted, you can't really see the letters because it's kind of dark in here. So maybe what we'll do is we can add a little like lava lamp over here. That'll give us a bit more light, I think. Also, I need to check how we're doing on time. Wait a minute. That's pretty cool. Did we go with this? Or did we go with an actual lava lamp? Decisions. This is hard. I do like the look of the green, but also the purple is kind of cool. Fudge, I don't know. Or this one. Maybe green. I don't know. I feel like if we go for the green, I kind of want to use the plumb bob because that looks really cool. Dang it. Why did I do this? Now I have no idea what I'm going to do. Maybe this. No. Or, okay, I think my issue with this light, I do want to use it, but I don't like its placement right here. So maybe we get... Should I bring this table in here? And we can set it up like over here. And then we move this out here. No. We'll keep that over there. And we'll go with a pretty tall table because I want it to kind of stand up above the rest. Yeah, something like this. There we go. I like the height of that. And we might throw something else in right here. Okay, guys, we're cooking. And we'll throw some like random boxes back there. Okay, cool. I like this. I like it a lot. And what other clutter do we have out here? What would make sense to put over here? Or actually, I think I know what we can put behind here. We can add this TV we had earlier. Again, I don't really know why they would just have these TVs. I just think it'll look cool to have so many like random TVs over here. And just stack them up. I just really hope the Sims aren't annoying with them, but they probably are going to be. My mic is bumping into everything. Okay. Okay, that actually looks better. that looks better. And then I want to throw up another TV. I feel like we had a TV that was just for like deco or like decoration. But if not, it's fine. We can just use the small one. Like this. And we'll add a little something over there. Perfect. I love this section over here specifically. Everywhere else, not too bad, honestly. But it can be better. Let's throw some more junk over here. This is a case where I feel like clutter, it makes sense. Because like I said, this is probably like a mom and pop type of DVD store. So it makes sense for like it to just be a complete mess decoration wise. And you have all these random things everywhere. But if we were actually building like a blockbuster, then maybe we wouldn't go for all this. Okay. Also let me check on recording time. Please say I'm recording. Okay, I am. Oh, not bad. Okay. We have about maybe 40 minutes to work with. Okay, we're back. I think we should add our little Groot over here. Where is it? Yeah. I feel like this makes sense. Recently, I've been watching like a lot of movies lately. And Guardian of the Galaxy, that's one movie I need to watch because I'm gonna be honest, hopefully this is a judgment-free zone. I think I've only watched like 2 MCU movies. Or maybe 3. I watched the Black Panther movies. What other movie have I watched? And I watched Thunderbolts. And that's about it. So yeah, I need to watch that movie because I've never watched Guardians of the Galaxy. Speaking of movies, yeah, I've mostly just been watching a lot of like fluff movies lately. I recently finished To All the Boys I Loved Before because I've only watched the first one. And I actually really liked the first one. I'm not saying it's like the greatest movie of all time, but it's just one of those movies where, I don't know, it's just like a comforting movie to watch. You know, just cuddle up on the couch and just kick back and relax. Those movies are needed. But yeah, I recently finished that series, and that movie, kind of getting off track here, but that movie made me realize how I'm so happy I didn't do dating when I was in like high school or even middle school. I see the appeal of like dating. I understand that it's something that honestly should be encouraged because it's a chance for you to just kind of explore and, you know, see what you're interested in romantically or romantic wise maybe. But at the same time, oh my gosh, we were so immature back then. Like when I was watching that movie, I'm 26 now. So when I was watching, I was just like, okay, I'm like, is this really necessary? You couldn't just like talk to him, or you couldn't just talk to her like about your problem. I don't see why you guys are breaking up over that. But then again, they were teenagers, so it makes sense. But I'm just like, ugh, it just seems like a whole annoying thing to deal with. But yeah, at the same time, having that experience, it just, I don't know, it helps you figure things out. So when you finally become an adult and like you're actually out in the real world, you're able to handle it better, I guess, because you were able to make those mistakes. You know, teenagers, they have a bit of grace versus if you're an adult and you're like, oh, I'm breaking up with you because you like this girl's picture, or you did something that's dumb. People are gonna look at you like you're crazy. But yeah, I don't know. All that to say, I enjoyed it. I feel like it's one of those movies I would just throw on again in the background. You know, like, well, Legally Blonde, that's a really good movie. like speaking in terms of movie, I think. But it's one of those movies. Or Clueless would be a better example, maybe. Also, I'm just scrolling because I don't know what I'm doing. Let me focus up a bit here. But yeah. Good movie. Good movie. Also, I watched How to Train Your Dragon for the first time. 1 and 2. I didn't know there was a 3. So I gotta go watch that. But, yeah, those movies were actually really good. Ooh, I like that. Having a rug in this section. We still have to figure out what we're going to do with this vending machine. Let me just move it out of the way for now. Because I feel like it makes sense to have one. But does it make sense to have it in this area over here? I gotta do a lot of playing around. Don't really know. Or should we move this over here somewhere? I don't think that would make too much sense. Or maybe like up here? No. No. Yeah, it has to stay over here if we're going to use it. Oi. Okay, maybe this stays on this wall. And maybe I keep this right here. This poster. I don't know if I'm gonna use that one anymore. Okay, wait. Let me alt place this. Also, what is this? Oh, it's a magazine book. Oh, or magazine rack. Oh, okay. That kind of makes sense. Why it looks like that. In that case, do we keep this? Do we keep this? Or we can just go with, like, actual shelves, but I don't know if I want to do that. I don't know if I want to actually have that. We could do something like this on the side over here. Okay, let's move this out for the moment. Maybe we put this over in this corner. How's that look from the outside? Honestly, I don't like how that looks, so let's not do that. And let's just put it over here for now. Because I feel like we're kind of getting somewhere with this shelf over here. Maybe we put a whole bunch of posters over here. And do I want to keep this over here? Can we change the swatch? No, we cannot. Okay, that's fine. Maybe we keep this over here. Maybe. But I feel like we keep this wall open and we add some posters. Not any framed ones. Well, maybe we keep the Scooby-Doo one framed, or we might move that into like the screening room. But I think it would be nice if we had actual posters. back here. But also, honestly, guys, when it comes to this game and like decorating, I'm just a sucker for a cluster of posters and a build. That's just that's my go-to. That's my go-to. And I'm not afraid to admit it. Wait a minute. This is cute. I don't think I've ever used this in a build before. It's not Halloween, but I'm gonna pretend it is. Or it's Halloween every day. Maybe the owners are like really big into, like they're really into horror, the horror genre. So they are constantly putting up Halloween decorations. Spirited Away. Shout out to the A to Z challenge. One day we'll be back, maybe. That was kind of cute. Wait a minute, that's kind of cool too. I feel like this works better as graffiti on the outside. So we'll do that out there. Oh yeah, we have the Pulp Fiction poster. I also use that like an ungodly amount of times when it comes to building. Pulp Fiction is another movie I haven't seen. I'm gonna read the screenplay though, but I don't think I can watch the movie because Quentin Tarantino films, they're a little too violent for me, and I can't stomach that. I've only seen one of his movies, Inglourious Bastards, and if you're also like me and you can't handle violence, I would recommend that movie. I think that movie's pretty easy to digest, if you will, when it comes to the violence compared to his other films. Also, maybe Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I don't know why I said it like that, but I think that's also a movie I could probably watch. Because if I'm correct, I think it's just the ending where things get a bit gruesome. Okay. I like these posters. Put those on the wall, and maybe should we add some over here? Or no, maybe we just have like some little crates or something over here. But what we can do is we can add some more lights because I love just throwing a whole bunch of lights. That's another thing I noticed when I was watching To All the Boys I Loved Before Again. Like, I learned this in school when it comes to lighting, especially if you're trying to go, I guess, for more natural lighting. You know, you don't want to use too many of like the industrial, or I guess, I don't know what you call it. It's been a long time since I've been in school. But yeah, there was a lot of lamps, like a crazy amount of lamps, especially in Laura Jean's room. Like, go back and watch that movie. There's like 10 lamps in her room alone. But that's just so they can light the scene in a way that feels a bit more natural. But yeah, I like doing that in the game when I'm decorating too, because I don't know, I just love lights, if that makes sense. I just love a good lamp or a candle, especially in The Sims, because it just looks so nice. Like, look at that. That really just, it sets the mood, you know? Okay, but I don't think I'll put one over here. We could possibly go for something on the wall. What is this? Twinkle lights. It's my first time seeing that. Or maybe not. Wait, I did kind of want to use one of these because maybe we have like a little, you know, that type of section. But also, I just want an excuse to use these because this is another item that I'm like obsessed with using. This one specifically because I just love how the lighting plays off of it. This one's cool too, and this one. But this one, yeah, I love throwing that up whenever I can. Okay, yeah, maybe we'll just go without lighting for now. If we find something cool. But let's see what else. We can move on to this section over here maybe. And I mentioned I want to do like a little snack setup, but now that I'm thinking about it, I feel like when I went to Blockbuster, they had like a little shelf near the counter that had like snacks and stuff you can buy. But I don't know where we would put that. I don't even know which shelf we would use. Maybe this. Also, my stomach's making noise. I'm sorry about that. Okay, yeah, that might work. Also, that will let us get away with not putting too much clutter and stuff down. Wait a minute. Let's put these down here. And can we put this up here? Ah, that's interesting. Okay, wait, we can. Cool, 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 cool. Oh, they just have original Pringles. Okay. I was gonna try to, you know, think about everyone else and put maybe some sour cream or something, but that's cool. Let's stick with the original. Original is usually the best anyway. Alright. And what else could we possibly put? What other snacks do we have? Okay, this is just instant ramen. So I mean, I guess we can put this down here. Drink, tea box. We can go with the pokey. Or pepero. Whichever one you prefer. Okay, okay. Very nice. And can we, yes, we can fit the chocolate over here. What kind of, I might have to do a little bit of reconfiguring. And then for the My Sims, I think I'm gonna put these over here. This will be our section for that. For little gizmos and thingamajigs you can buy. And maybe we'll also have like some books and stuff too. Our Bella Goth Funko Pop. Let's see. And our Mean Girls one. I need to find some more Funko Pops because I just have these two. And I would like to have more. But sometimes I just get so tired for looking for CC. Like, I don't really go CC shopping that often because it's just so tiresome, to be honest. Like, I don't know. Having to like scroll and download stuff. I have to really be in the mood if I'm gonna do it. Okay, what else can we put over here? Oh yeah, I did say books. I don't want to do the display for this. Maybe I'll just throw a sign up here. But I feel like we need something on this one. Also, my ears are starting to hurt because these headphones, I don't know if my ears are too big for them, but sometimes they get a bit uncomfortable. Can I delete this without deleting everything? No, I cannot, which is very annoying. I like these, but sometimes they're very annoying to deal with. Like, look, I have to play around with this, or maybe there's an easier way to do it, but I don't know. I feel like it's annoying. That's what I'm trying to say. It's annoying to deal with sometimes. The modular furniture in this game. Okay, why can't I? Thank you. And thank you. Okay, thank you. All right. There. We got our little section over here. And then we can throw in some more stuff over here too. We actually put the plushie over here. A couple plushies. Substitute plushie. And the Pikachu one. There we go. Well, wait, and mugs are also a thing at places, right? Is there anything in here? Okay, no, there's not. That is something we can do. Yep. Yep. Alright, and I can find some other stuff to put up there later. Oh yeah, this little freezer bunny. Maybe that's just something someone left behind. I don't know if I'll actually put it over there with other stuff. Oh yeah, we have these chips. But we don't really need that since we have these for sale over here. Trying to think how I can make this functional with the small business pack, because the up part or the top of the build, again, that's the tattoo parlor. So I can easily just have Sims, you know, their job be tattooing. If I want to have someone down here, I wonder if I can set stuff for sale and have the person, would that give me the option to make one of the workers, like their job is to just sell items or ring up customers. I feel like that is a thing, right? I still haven't really played around with this pack too much, so I don't really know how it works. Ooh, wait a minute. It's kind of cool. Oh, also my wrist. Ow! It hurts. Okay. I was thinking maybe an arcade machine. Also, I'm just kind of throwing stuff down now. We don't have to have one, but it'd be kind of cool to have one. I don't know, maybe we put it over there. Maybe not. And let's give our worker a little stool back here, because more places need to do that. As a former hostess and retail worker and restaurant worker or fast food worker, people should be allowed to sit. I don't know why that's not a thing, or why managers get up in arms if you're sitting, but when you're on your feet like 8 hours a day, it sucks. No one likes that. It's not fun. But if you allow people to sit, like, I'm pretty sure customers don't mind if you're sitting down, if like you're taking their order, or if you're at the hostess stand and no one's there. Granted, it might not be fair to like waiters or like the cook staff or whoever, but I don't know, I feel like that should definitely be an option. Hopefully it'll be one day. Where's that shelf from? Or actually, maybe we put this one back here. I know I was thinking about putting it in this room, but I think it kind of makes sense to have it over here. If I can't find where that other table was from that one pack. It's kind of cool too, but I don't think it fits the vibes. Maybe add those. Oh wait, this would be kind of cool. Maybe this is like the bargain bin and we can throw some stuff in here. I think that's kind of a cool idea. Okay, this. What's the difference between these two? No, actually, what is the difference between these two? Ah, items placed on this can be sold. So then maybe... Okay, wait. Maybe what we do is... Someone moves out of the way. Oh my gosh. Can you literally just go on top of this, please? Okay, or not. Honestly, oh my gosh, wait. This frustration just reminded me that the trailer for the new expansion pack came out. And not to say I'm frustrated about the trailer or anything, or the gameplay, because I've made it known before that I don't really play with the Colts. Like, if I do, it's mostly just vampires and witches, and that's how it's been since like Sims 2. I don't have anything against fairies, it's just not my style, or I don't really have an interest in it. So I wasn't really feeling any type of way when the trailer came out. I will say though, I don't know. I know opinions probably will be iffy because I know how the community works since I am a member of the community. But I feel like if this is something that you've been looking forward to, I don't think it was a bad trailer. Granted, do I think it needs to be an expansion pack? I think they could have figured out a way to do this without making an expansion pack. Because from what I gathered, like the main selling points are fairies and the whole ailments thing, and like being able to, I guess, create medicine for yourself to cure yourself from things. Also, why is this not slotting up here? Why is it not doing that? It's really starting to piss me off. But yeah, I don't know why it's doing that. But yeah, those seem to be the big selling points for that pack. And then the whole foraging, I don't know, maybe, I feel like that should be base game to be honest, but I don't know. Maybe that comes with the pack as a feature, which if it does, that's kind of questionable. Sims, you're really pushing it. But yeah, and then there's probably other stuff they're not showing us too, but I don't know. Granted, I still stand by that you should never pay full price for a pack, even if this was like the greatest trailer of all time. I don't know. I don't think you should pay full price, but I don't think it was a terrible trailer, and I feel like if you're looking forward to fairies, I'm excited for you because I think it'll be, I don't know, I think it'll be interesting to play. That's what I'm trying to get at. I think it'll be a pretty interesting pack to play, but like I said, I don't really have any interest, I don't really have any thoughts, and honestly, that's probably all I'm gonna say unless anyone asks me, because I just honestly don't care about fairies. Or I don't know, maybe once I see people playing, I'll change my mind, because there's one thing about this community. Some of these guys, they know how to sell a pack. They know what they're doing. Like, I'll say, I'm never getting this pack, and then I watch people play, and I'm like, wait a minute, I kind of want this pack. That's how it worked out with high school years. Like, granted, a lot of people, for a long time, they were telling me, this is a pack I should get. But I was watching Saru play, and I was like, wait a minute. I kind of get it. I kind of get why people were pushing me to get high school years for so long. So yeah, who knows? Never say never. Never say never. Okay, now just keep checking the recording. Make sure we're good. I'm trying to debate if I want to keep recording, because honestly I still can, but like I said, I gotta get up early tomorrow and eat some pancakes, so I don't know. I always could just stop and record some more tomorrow. That is an option too, but I don't know. I guess you'll see when this video is released. Speaking of when this video is released, the week I'm recording it, we'll probably have a stream. I don't know. Hopefully the internet is fine, because these past few days we've been having like hurricane-like weather. Like, it really feels like we're just about to be blown off the map at certain points. But things have cleared up. But during that storm, I feel like the internet just kind of died. Because even when I'm just watching YouTube, I'll just randomly be disconnected from the internet. So I don't know if we'll be able to stream. Hopefully we can. But yeah, I plan on having a stream this week. And yeah, if I don't post a video, it'll probably be next week. Maybe. Or even the week after that. I don't know. When is 4th of July? That'll really be the deciding factor, because I'll be out of town that weekend visiting family. Should I keep this window back here? I kind of want a sign back here. Maybe the same one we used out front. That fits in. Or is it clipping into the next room? Okay, no, it fits. Cool. Sugoi. I'm sorry, I don't know why I did that. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And we still have our alien sign. We can kind of just throw it up over here, maybe? Yeah, I'll place it here for now. Or I might move it into the screening room. And then we still need to figure out what we're gonna put over here in this corner. I can always do the old classic filing cabinet combo. That's definitely an option. Or, oh wait, we have that one thing. Where is it? Where is it? I feel like I passed it. Or is it not in this section? Oh, okay, it's not. It was over here. I could definitely put this down instead. But then I don't know if this will fit. Or we can just put a counter too, honestly. And that way the shelf will kind of fit nicely in this area still. Okay. I think... Okay, wait, this is kind of glitched out. I think this is pretty good. We made a lot of good progress because I'm gonna be honest, when we first started out, I thought we were gonna crash and burn, but honestly, it's not too shabby. It's not too shabby. Let's put this out on the street. Okay, there we go. And let's put you down here. All right. It's very dark, but let's see. Oh yeah, we also have this. I don't know if I'm going to keep this out here. Maybe we can put it inside the store. And it'd be like a promotional banner. Something like this. Maybe over here, because it fits a bit better. That was very smart. Yeah, maybe we'll do that. But we might have to move the light. Okay. But yeah, I think, well, I'm gonna have to stop it here. I don't know. If this video keeps going, then you know that why I kept going. But if not, yeah. This is it right now. And I guess I'll be forced to record an outro if I end it here, so there's more motivation to keep recording. Actually, I don't know. Maybe I'll actually end it here. I don't know, guys. Yeah. If not, I can cut it out. But this is what we have so far when it comes to the DVD store. I'm gonna go in and like fix some things up, and like I said, honestly, this might be the last time that you see me working in this save. And next time you see it, hopefully it will be me actually playing in this save. So I'm not really giving you the best angles, I'm sorry about that. But yeah, I think I can knock out the save by this weekend, even with streaming and all that stuff. Alright, so yeah, that's what we have so far. Let me end on an interior shot because I really like this area. Okay, there we go. So yeah, as always, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you so much for clicking on the video. Yeah, it's just kind of just a laid back thing. I'm just trying to get back into, I don't know what I'm trying to get back into, to be honest. I'm just trying to enjoy what I'm doing, if that makes sense. As far as, well, actually, as far as anything in my life, I'm just really trying to continue living in the moment. I think we're doing a good job so far. Anyway, I hope you have a good day, evening, morning, whenever you're watching this video. And hopefully I see you, or I saw you this last weekend, because when I'm filming this, I'm planning on streaming this week, but you probably won't see the video until the following week. So yeah, I'm gonna stop talking now. Okay, bye everyone. See you later. Bye.